Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the old soldier coming back at you from Robinson County, North Carolina, on a clear and fairly cool Monday morning in March. Pollen's starting to fall. Allergy season's kicking in, but things are starting to get a little greener, a little lusher. I got to get out and get my garden planted here soon. But Monday is Poetry Monday, so got a short one today, but it's kind of a powerful one if you listen to it, and bear with me as I try to get through this myself. But it goes out to all my brothers and sisters that are in uniform right now and have been, who know about this. But the title of the poem is Sacrifice by Harley Linebarger, Sergeant First Class, retired. And it goes to read. A child stands at the door, looking out to the driveway. A teddy bear with dog tags held tight in her arms. Her mommy says, "What are you looking for?" The little one replies, "For my daddy to come home." Away in a foreign land he is, surrounded by those who would do us harm. In his helmet a picture he keeps of wife and daughter clutched tightly in his heart. Worlds away, miles apart, anxious to reunite. But duty calls. Protecting freedom has no respite. A soldier fights, his family waits, and prays with might. And the child asks, "When can my daddy come home?" Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never been in the military, if you've never been associated with it, it's hard for you to understand, I think. I could be wrong, but military families are special. One moment they can have a normal life, next moment one or even both parents are gone, because there are dual military families as well. And they'd be gone at a moment's notice, deployed halfway around the world. To go into harm's way knowingly. Knowing that you might not come back home. But yet, we have a group of men and women that do this each and every day. And when they do, they leave behind spouses and children, mothers and fathers, brothers, sisters. Some of these individuals are full-time, active duty. Some are National Guard or reserves who have to give up, in my opinion, even more, because many of them have businesses or prominent positions within their community, or hold important positions in civilian employment. And they have to give that all up to go serve when called. Sadly, it's the children that don't understand. For a long time, they don't understand. They don't understand why mommy or daddy has to go away and has to stay away for so long. That's sacrifice, people. Now, I count my lucky stars and give thanks to God that I only had to go away once, really for a long time from my family. Granted, recruiting duty seemed like a deployment, but I was home almost every night. It was just miserable duties, all that was. 3 years of my life I'll never get back. But my first time, I was single, but I had my mother. I was in Germany when I went to Desert Storm, Desert Shield. It was rough for my mom. We had just lost my dad the year before. And now her baby boy is going off to a combat theater of operations. It's hard on the families, folks. And if you don't have anybody that's in the service, it's kind of hard to explain. And I'm not putting anybody else's families below those of ours in the military. That's not what I'm saying. because law enforcement and first responders families, they go through this on a daily basis. When their loved one goes to report for duty, they go on shift. They don't know if their loved one's not going to make it back home. They kiss them at the door and say, "I'll see you later," and the assumption that they'll be back. But the reality of it, somewhere in the back of their mind, I'm sure, is that, will they come home tonight or at the end of shift? Truck drivers, I guess, they go through the same thing. They don't know what they're going to encounter on the road. But for the military families, though, to me, it's something special. And it's not an easy life. Even in this day and age, with all the creature comforts that are provided for, it's still not easy when a mother or a father has to deploy for an extended period of time. So with that being said, remember them. The only reason I picked it today, I just going through my poems that I wanted to read. And that one just kind of stuck out. Not for any particular special day or anything. It's just one that caught my eye this morning that I'd wrote a while back, and I thought, well, this would be a good one to share. So if you've got anybody that's in the military that has a family, or whatever the case may be, remember them and their family. No, it's not easy every day for them, okay? Especially if they have to deploy. Because then, a lot of the burdens fall on the spouse that's left behind. And if it's a dual military, then, the children have to get sent with somebody to take care of them until mom and dad come back home. So keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. I'd really appreciate it if you would. And with that being said, I'm going to get off here early today because I'm in school and school. Just trying to figure out what I'm going to be when I grow up, but I got to get ready for class. Help me out. Get my book, Thoughts of an Old Soldier. It's available on Amazon for $15. You can get it in the paperback version like this or the Kindle version. If you get the paperback version and would like it signed, email me at rantsofanoldsoldier@gmail.com, and I'll tell you how to get it to me so I can sign it and so I can get it back to you. Also, I got some t-shirts on the Teespring site. All that stuff's down below. I've got a couple other vendors. I'd really appreciate you if you'd help. Robert's Woodworking, Unsung Patriot, just name a couple, Money Quick Pawn in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Help all three of those out. They're all veteran friendly. Reach out, talk to them, check their products out. I got all their links down below in the description. And finally, the military veterans charities I've got below, Valor for Veterans, Pinup for Vets, and tunnelstotowers.org. And help them out. They are out there every day trying to do something for our veterans and their families. Tunnels to Towers even goes on to help first responders and law enforcement. And what it is, they help the families that have lost a loved one in the line of service to get housing. So that's one burden they don't have to worry about. Is how can I afford a home now that my spouse is gone, and those kinds of things. So really reach out and help them if at all possible, people. They would certainly appreciate all the help you can get. Pinups for Vets, another great one. I love their calendars. That 40s whole setup is awesome. So reach out and help them as well. They go to nursing homes and veterans hospitals and talk with the veterans there and kind of, brighten their spirits. Give them a hand and help them out. And then finally, Valor for Veterans. They reach out to veterans who are in immediate need to help them with things, okay? And they could really use the help that you could provide. I'm not asking you to go empty your bank account, but if you can provide some help, they certainly would appreciate it. And finally, in closing, if you don't know Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, reach out and accept Him and ask Him to come into your heart. And with that being said today, folks, that's all the old soldiers got until tomorrow. It's the old soldier out. God bless. Take care.